All right, so the last wire is a very, very special wire, and it's probably the most tricky. It could be quite difficult getting it, but okay. So this is the nature of the wire. When you put that's this third wire that we're trying to locate, normally will be off, but immediately you're about starting the car, it will not come on at the ACC point. That is when the key is in the ACC. But when you take it a step further and all the light on the dashboard comes on, this particular wire comes on. Let me just show us the. Okay, we can see that it's on. Not only does it come on at this point, I hope you are seeing the light. It remains as I'm starting and cranking the car. Now I'm about cranking the car. The wire will remain on. Now let me crank this vehicle. It will remain. You can see that though there was a light, it became dim a little, but it will remain on all through. Now that is the third wire. This wire should not be confused with the ignition wire. The ignition wire has similar characteristics. It will come on when the keys are at the position of start on rather, but immediately as I crank the vehicle, the ignition wire will go off, then come on briefly. That's the ignition wire. So this third wire is the starting wire, and it will remain on all through. Now a further test to confirm that is the wire, which is you need to carry out this test, is that you then cut the wire. You cut it. When you cut this third wire, if it is the right wire, the car will go off immediately. You cut the wire. So to ascertain that this is the wire we are looking for, because you can have more than one wire that will show these characteristics of remaining on all through, but when we cut this wire, the car will go off. So I've already cut it before. I will just loosen. So immediately we separate this wire, the car goes off. That is a guarantee that we have gotten the third wire. So in your own situations, if you are installing it, you will actually cut that wire. You can cut it with a blade or with the scissors. You will cut it. Immediately you cut that wire, the car will go off. Then if you now try to start the car with the wire separated, if I try starting the car now, the car won't start. I hope you can see the nature. The car will just keep on rotating like that. It won't start. That is a confirmation that you have actually cut the right wire. So out of the 3 wires we have located, it's only this one that will be cut into 2. The second one, the ACC wire, will just be peeled. The always live wire will just be peeled in this case. Then we'll tie in our wire from the trackers. You can stop.